Oh.
Right up.
Iain Savage.
Yep. Yeah. Good. Let's go.
Not in a bad way, in a good way. You know, he's not gonna let anybody ever, talk shit, say anything bad about him. He's gonna stand up for himself. He doesn't let shit slide, and I like that about him. I'm not that way because I let shit go. But Iain does it, and I enjoy it because I like to watch it and see it. But like he said, he stands up for himself. He stands up for his friends and his family, and that's very respectable. And I know it's cool to be friends with him and be on this team with him as well. So that's Savage. That's it. I just met officially met James yesterday, and the big word for me when I look at him is respectable. So I respect everything about him, respect how he carries himself. Moving forward, he's going to be one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet this next couple of years.
This is talking to the people too, like, if there's anything I ever learned at bodybuilding, it was the harder I worked, the better I did.
Podcast bell. Sick. Thank you. How was the podcast too?
Awesome, man. It's really good.
To see y'all.
Really good doing it live. It's really awesome to see all the fans here. It's good, man. Good time.
Everybody, let me go on three.
You go first.
Wait, this is your favorite thing about each other.
Well, this will kind of describe it.
Yeah.
Describe each other like we were doing.
Do both.
The one word is good like
and your
that.
favorite thing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, you're lazy.
You're describing me that way? How the fuck is that?
So
I work harder than all you fucks.
So what I've learned this week, no. He's not lazy in general, but lazy for weird things.
Oh, yeah.
So if we wanted to go to IHOP, which is like 500 feet from our apartment, or from our hotel, and he wanted to drive because he didn't want to walk across the street.
I would drive 100%. If you're driving,
right before this podcast,
it's not lazy, it's efficient, right?
It's efficient.
Right before this podcast,
that's Canadian for lazy.
Wait, what do you say,
right
Brett?
before this podcast, we had about 2 minutes ago, and he goes, I need to pee, but I'm not getting up. I'm too lazy to go to bed.
I didn't want to get up. I'm like, I'll just hold it.
Okay, in his defense on that driving thing, I would think, okay, it won't be bad now, but when I've eaten a ton of IHOP, I gotta walk my ass home.
Yeah.
Yo, I want that
walk
car.
your ass home. It's fucking 20 feet.
It was
500 meters. That's far.
It was
500 beers?
500 meters, I said.
I'm just going to defend myself really quickly. I put all my effort into things that matter. Things that don't matter, I don't want to do
Efficiency.
So I'll call you conservative. You can
Efficient.
You can conserve your energy for greater things.
Conserve my energy, yes. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so
that's my description, and you go favorite thing. Also that I'm lazy?
No.
that he's efficient.
Favorite thing is how to rally or rile and rally everybody up. So like on the podcast, you know which buttons to push. You know how to get people going. And just being the leader in general of just keeping everybody on pace, keeping on track, and just being a leader. So that's my favorite thing about you. Fucking guy.
What time did you guys
left his bell at the gym again?
Probably midday, like 3.
Better call him and come pick it up.
We're going to race to race.
Like he said, he stands up for himself. He stands up for his friends and his family, and that's very respectable. And I know it's cool to be friends with him and be on this team with him as well. So that's Savage. That's it.
I agree with I think I definitely the last Iain I look up to a lot. I can see a lot of qualities in Iain that lay a kind of a template for someone like myself where I'm at. There's that savagery and that unwillingness to buckle and to prove wrong and to stay. I know there's a strength there that I respect a lot.
So relentless.
Yeah, it's that relentlessness. I have a massive.
But you guys are speaking competitively.
No, it's not even just that. But
I always speak about it mentally.
No, it's in all aspects.
I think mental too, man. He's relentless.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying when I think of it mentally in terms of he has an opinion. He's going to say his fucking opinion whether you like it or not, but it comes with an intelligent response and reason.
Yes.
So it's hard to be like, that guy's an asshole, because there's actually it's actually well thought out. It's not just some guy fucking talking shit.
I was going to say he's like a straight shooter.
Yeah, but there's a method behind his.
Yes.
Just as a person, as a bodybuilder, I admire Ian a lot. Like, I just have a lot of admiration to find that.
I don't admire him, but
I think Ian.
I honestly do.
I do think Ian, in terms of the current crop of guys
He's
currently
a leader of them.
competing, is a good role model for other guys in competing.
For sure.
But I think it's also because of the work ethic outside the gym, because there's yet to be a time when I've called him and been like, let's do a podcast. He's like, no. I think once, and we were like a week out from like Texas or something like that. You're like, I need a week off. I'm like, but I'm not just talking about just the podcast, but like, it's leading by example. You're like, this is how hard I train in the gym. This is how proficient I am at my diet. But this is also what I have to do to get paid. So I do these things for my sponsor, and I do these things for YouTube, and I do these things on the podcast.
So I mean, he's a role model. Like, he conducts himself the way.
It's like we used to talk about Luke, when we used to say Luke was the unicorn because he had the competitive
for sure.
aspect, but he also knew there was another side to the sport that would make you something that other guys weren't.
Yeah.
So Ian has also filled that void, or not that void, but he's filled
those requirements,
those characteristics,
requirements of a human.
So it's good to show like the younger guys coming up, like, hey man, we all know you want to fucking train hard, we all know you want to fucking eat right, but he's making a lot of money not just because of that. He's also doing all these other
he's
things.
Motivating. I find Ian motivating. Someone like me shows the possibilities, and if you are relentless in your pursuit and you are willing to work hard, the things that are possible.
I think
because it is sorry, Ben, it is relentless, like Brett said, because I haven't seen a time yet where you've been like, oh yeah, I fucked off my diet for a week, or I need a month off the podcast, or I'm not going to put out any videos, or I'm not going to post anything on Instagram. It's like, it's just constantly fucking turning. It's like this work that doesn't stop.
And he's a fighter. Like, he goes to shows and fights for those.
That's what I mean. Like, to me, and this is pure, more competitively speaking, he's the fox in the hen house. Like, you're the guy that shouldn't be in the mix. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
When they talk about genetics and
like there's guys that are pretty and flow well and this and that. And you're like, well, I'm here to fuckers have that. And like but you work for every single bit of that.
And he owns it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I see that and I go, okay.
It's funny when I hear him say, I beat you because I'm more conditioned, or I beat you because I have more muscle. I'm like,
he beats people on stuff he's in control
When I think of Savage, that's what I think of when he is.
Well, it reminds me of Dorian.
You've alluded to things like that on the podcast before.
Right.
You've tried, when people are like, oh, that guy should have beat Ian, and he's trying to explain his position, he'll be like, no, I beat him because my fucking skin is thinner than fucking everybody else's, and I'm thick as fuck. I might not look as pretty as that guy, but it doesn't matter. I have everything else.
Yeah.
We were at the Chow's. Ben and Donnie's Chow. D sweatshop. Sounds, I think that's it right there. So I hear the music coming out of it.
Got a lot of land around here?
Yeah, they're on acreage here. Probably looks it's got to be well over 10. Easy. If not, I mean, I don't know where it ends, but it looks like you can see for miles here. This is my kind of peace and quiet. So we're going to smash it up in the gym, do some good barbecue and maybe some shooting, and show you guys what West Texas is all about.
Man, what are you doing? We got the great gym teams today. I'm just going to say that first thing and foremost.
First impressions of the gym, what to expect, these guys?
It's awesome. It's homely. It reminds me of something from like the Ronnie Coleman era, where you go to the back of his house and it's all just there. It's really cool. I did cardio this morning, so you're going to enjoy it. Right.
So you trained already?
No, I just did cardio this morning.
Oh man, it's nice out here. Country living. And Ben's got these couches that are like just lounging, man. It's great. No, it's good out here. I like it.
Yeah, coffee. I want coffee in it, man.
Are you also into the coffee now?
I'm not. You know what? I'm not really a super coffee guy.
Okay.
I don't mind a coffee, but I have one that just get dizzy. Tea, yeah. We're meant to be. I'm not. He is.
There you go.
He's been having.
I got a full supply of this.
In Swedish, it's like fika.
Yeah, so we just say literally like tea time. Just have
We
some.
have a fika for everything. So if you want to do business, you do a fika. If you want to, argue, you do fika. If you want to make love, you make a fika.
Just kidding. This is the real Texas food. That's what we came out here for right here. For puppies and farm animals. We're gonna have some fun.
Didn't even mention the lifting. It's like, yeah, that's a given.
We've done enough of the lifting.
We were talking about that yesterday though. We're like, everyone's excited, like, oh, what are you guys gonna train? We're like, oh, that's kind of like an afterthought.
Yeah.
Just getting together, hanging out.
Right? Describe Ben as the counselor. Because I know Fouad uses him, and so do I. So when I have questions, I'll call Ben and pick his brains off things.
That's true.
It might just be his freaking accent that kind of soothes your soul, but in general, he usually gives good information. So I appreciate that. And then another thing is just the family man he's became, and the good person he's really been. He has his brother's intentions in front of him. So like I said, he's always been great to me. Always checks in on me. So great dude.
What's one word to describe him?
That was him. Oh, that last part.
What, a paragraph?
One word.
One word. Lovely.
That's very British.
That's a great word.
That's a British word for sure.
That's good.
I'll take
All right, keep going.
So I just met officially met James yesterday, and honestly, big word for me when I look at him is respectable. So I respect everything about him, respect how he carries himself. And then honestly, just talking to him about, with his previous Olympia placing, he didn't do as well as he did, and just sitting down and listening to him, and how he's handling himself now. So, you got to respect how he takes, carries himself and how he's, taking himself forward now. And I know that moving forward, he's going to be one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet this next couple of years. So it's going to be fun to watch him continue. And it's been really cool. And then one word for him is a unit. That's what I'm going to call you. An absolute unit.
Yates was obviously someone that we all look up. Well, I suppose certainly do.
I think we all do.
Just from a a relative standpoint of genetically, what can we become as a bodybuilder? Because when you look at it just from a physicality standpoint, and also like a mentality, I can look at Iain and I can see, similarities in gene type and those kind of things. And for me, it's always been very basic like that bodybuilding. Yeah. I'll never look at like Ronnie Coleman and go, oh, well, I'm going to be like that.
Yeah.
But I can aspire and and look at someone like Iain and I can see where he's come from and where he's got to and where he's going. And like I said earlier, it kind of lays a template of what's capable if you will work hard. So I did it when I was younger with Nathan a lot, because Nathan was obviously from Britain, and I always set the mark from where Nathan was landing. Yeah. So he won the junior title. 2 years later, I won it. He won the overall. A few years later, I won it. I always use someone as a banner, and I Ian's a great banner for me to follow.
I think what you're saying too, and this is no insult to you, so it's not that your physique is achievable.
No, but it's more relative to me.
The reason I think I don't even want to use the word achievable, because it's not achievable with 265 pounds on stage, but it's. The reason I'm saying it that way, though, is
it's more realistic to obtain.
What I'm trying to no, that's not what I mean.
I know what you mean.
It's not genetically built where
it's not like
you have to be born with
like that. Yeah, when you look at Chris Bumstead or Nathan with the ridiculous shape, you look at that and you're like, I just don't look like that.
Right. That's right.
Anyone that just has normal guy genetics that's starting to build muscle, they could look at a physique like mine or James or a lot of us.
If you have the genetic capability to put on muscle, Ian's physique could be capable with enough hard work.
Yes.
If you have the ability to put on tons of muscle, but you don't have perfect insertions like Nathan or Ronnie Coleman, or you're not going to look like that no matter how. Or Phil Heath. And I've told people that, when I'm staying in the lineup at the 08 Olympia and I see Phil Heath. Yeah. He's the only guy in the lineup I look at and go, there's no matter what I do, I could never look like that.
What I meant was that James looks at Iain and in his mind is like, okay, that's because of his physique, that's something that I want to chase because I think it's obtainable to me.
Oh, no, I agree with that.
Like when I was coming up, I was looking at guys that were shorter.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I get it. What I'm talking about is the 18-year-old kids who are looking up. I think that's why Iain's so popular.
Yes.
Because he has a physique that the people know he's obtained by
deadlifting,
just hard fucking work.
I mean, and look, if this is talking to the people too, like if there's anything I ever learned in bodybuilding, it was the harder I worked, the better I did.
It's like it's literally
like it's plain as simple. Like
Brett,
the harder I worked, the better I did.
Brett, would you say it's almost a modern day branch?
I would say between both of these.
Similar characteristic, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just pure.
Because I just thought of branch when you said that. I'm like, that's another guy who was like, maybe not the most beautiful physique, but was like, I'm going to fucking outwork all of you motherfuckers.
Well, it's funny. Branch still outworks everybody. I've seen it.
He still
buries
See,
fucking
when
people.
I saw him today, I'm like, this guy still fucking looks great.
Did you see those forearms of that?
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
Well, he still trains like a fucking freak.
Well, we
right?
saw the curl video that what's her name, Trish put up.
Yeah.
Yeah, of him.
Well, it's funny that we're all sitting in this room, and it's obviously like this is not coincidental, but obviously the message behind Gasp is something that Branch truly exemplifies.
No compromises.
Yes, and that's what we're kind of all discussing right here and now.
Down up. Drive it up.
So it's just interesting that that's conversations come full circle, and now apparently
And I think we all display it. Obviously.
I think we all have that intensity inside us, because I think
none of us would have got to this point.
Yeah.
Without,
if we were lackadaisical.
None of us are
But
certainly.
Brett said I'm fucking lazy.
No. He prefaced with certain things. He didn't say the gym.
None of us
walking and taking pisses.
None of us here won our like shows based on genetics alone.
No,
put it that way. That's all I'm going to say. We're not phenomenons.
Well,
when it
I don't
comes
know
to
about
genetics.
that. My genetics are pretty nice.
They were.
Yeah.
You're old now.
Now they suck.
Guy. High blood pressure. I'm probably gonna say.
Actually, my blood pressure is actually on the low side of normal. I'm like 170. I'm like 114 over 70.
That's why you have to run angry to keep your blood pressure normal.
I keep it low.
It's gotta run it hot.
It's like a valve. I let it out, and
that's
then
a
I'm good.
blow-off valve.
But in all honesty, like I know we called Fouad the glue, but Guy kind of is the glue because we all kind of use him in different ways.
That's
mainly because
so
he can take it, So when we want to pick on somebody or get something going, we'll always look at Guy and take it.
I'll fight everybody right now.
Yeah,
exactly. That just proved the point by saying that.
This guy's not the glue. I know what you're trying to say.
There we go.
No. That's not what. Listen, I'm going to say something nice. You don't even know what the fuck I'm going to say.
Guy, not the glue. Yeah.
Guy is the guy. Guy is the guy.
Guy's the guy.
That's always fun to be around.
Yeah.
Always makes you feel comfortable, easy to talk to.
Yeah.
And I totally am taking your time now, so I apologize.
You're right.
But I don't know if that's kind of what you mean.
Yeah.
Because he's like just easy going.
Makes you feel good about yourself.
Makes you feel good about yourself. Knows what to say, when to say it, but also knows how to bust balls and have a good time. It's like, it's just all around good to be around.
And one thing I'll say about Guy for the word is helpful. I mean, if you ever need anything, you can reach out to Guy and he'll be there in a minute.
That's not true. I reached out to him for something and he didn't help me.
I still don't have. He's talking about a hoodie that he still hasn't sent me his fucking
Just like
address
this one time I reached out, he didn't have any fucking.
Which, by the way, he doesn't know that I have my hotel room. So fuck him.
For a guy. Yes. He thinks fika means live stream. We just want to say that how much we love you. We think you're the best. And now when your career is finally over, we can get a little bit rest. And I don't know, are you moving to Michigan or?
Here.
You're moving here? Yeah. Okay. Now we can have more fun together.
100%.
Yeah. That's awesome.
This was a surprise.
Yeah. So, you know, we're proud of you and all the years we had together with you as a pro athlete.
Appreciate it.
And competing and everything. But competing, it's not everything, you know. Like everything else is what matters.
Yeah.
You know, the stage is kind of like something extra on, you know. But that's not what's cutting the cake, you know.
Family's cutting.
Yeah, family and you know, being family and not sponsors is what it's all about.
100%.
And I think you learned that by now.
Many years ago.
Good stuff.
Oh, this was a surprise.
Yeah.
Look at everybody. Well, you guys know what you mean to me. You guys are family. I've been here for almost 10 years. The new guys, the old guys, the new girls, the older girls, like, you know, I may talk to some of you more, some of you less, but in reality, you guys have all been a huge part in everything that I've done for the past 10 years. And I still remember when Michael called me out of the blue and was like, hey, can you come to the fucking Arnold to work the booth? And I was like, this fucking guy wants for me. Like, I was like a nobody. And he believed in me from day one. 10 years later, we're still here, so.
We were here in June. That's Michael.
In 10 more years, we're still gonna be here, so. I appreciate everything you guys have done. I don't expect anything like this. I'm just somebody that enjoyed the gym. I didn't expect to be where I'm at, so. I'm blessed to call you guys friends and family, so I appreciate it. I didn't expect this at all.
Come on! Come on!
I'm good.
Yeah. You gave this to us, you know, like never let anyone tell you you can't.
Yeah.
So we want to give that to you as an appreciation for everything you have done for us, and the message that came with these 10 years, and we, you know, like this to keep on going for another.
I gotta cry every time I come down.
Play the beginning of the video. It kind of says this message.
You might get knocked side to side, but as long as you stay on that path, that doesn't fucking matter. You want to keep going straight until you reach your fucking final goal, and that's to be the best version of you that you want to be. So you hold the fucking pen, you write your own story. Don't let anybody or anything come in the way of your fucking dreams and your goals. And if anybody tells you can't do something along the path to life, you tell them to go fuck themselves.